As you can see, I'm wearing black because I am in mourning. So, this was my final week with the sixth graders, and it was sad. We had a really great week, and I can't complain because I had the best kids ever twice. So I have to not be selfish, but it's still really hard because I miss them already. But this week, what we did was on Monday, they presented their Civil War projects, which they'd been working on for 3 weeks. It was finally all due, so they turned in their research papers and they turned in their action research, which was writing a script and filming a digital story of either a soldier or a nurse or a spy or someone that was on a battlefield during the Civil War. And then their final component of the assignment was to give a presentation to the class, just something really brief. It was almost like a book talk, um, but just an informal presentation that told everyone, what they researched, what they learned, what kind of video they made, pretty much like who, what, when, where, why, and how is like the questions they answered during their presentation about the project that they did, and it went off really well. We did that in both English and social studies. In English, they also had a quick write to do, and in social studies, we did a song together because I tried to do a song each day of the last week. And the song on Monday was "I Hope You Dance" by Leanne Womiak. They really enjoyed it and saw how it tied into the final week. Um, but yeah, projects were really, really good. Almost every single person, I'd say 40 out of 47 kids, got 100 on the presentation because they were just really well spoken and had obviously learned a lot about the person that they had researched, whether it be a soldier, a nurse, or a spy, or someone else. So that was really interesting, and the kids liked hearing each other speak, and they had a lot of questions for each other, which was really cool. Then Tuesday was our spring recording studio so that we could make our CD, because all spring we had been slowly adding new songs to our repertoire and then just never got around to recording any of them. So we blocked out Tuesday so that we could do that. So the kids recorded Firework by Katy Perry, which was a song that we had done as part of our anti-bullying unit earlier in the year. They recorded Seasons of Love from Rent, which is a song we did during our Love Research Week. They recorded the song Loser Like Me from Glee, which was also a song that's kind of about being yourself and not caring what other people think about you because you're special. That's what they recorded during periods. Then during Titan Time, when the whole class was together, we did full team recordings of a couple songs that we had done last semester. Learn Forever to the tune of Chris Brown's Forever, which is all about just becoming a lifetime learner, and about all of like the fun things we were able to do together this year. They recorded Raise Your Hand to the tune of Raise Your Glass by Pink, which was kind of like our theme song this year, which is all about pushing kids to really enjoy being in school and striving to graduate from middle school, high school, and then pursue a form of post-secondary education, whether it be college or trade school or military or university. And then finally, we recorded a full team version of True Colors, which surprisingly, I know, last semester was all kinds of True Colors, but surprisingly, we had never filmed or recorded a full team recording. So we did that and sounded good. And then one class, there's first period, sixth period, and seventh period of the English classes. One of them, sixth period, actually finished their 3 songs, Fireworks, Seasons of Love, and Loser Like Me, early during their period. So they got to record a mystery track, which was Justin Bieber's Baby, and it was awesome. Even though it had nothing to do with anything, okay? We're putting it on there because we had a talent show, which I'm about to talk about, and the kids that had performed Baby in the talent show sang the ludicrous rap part on the recording. Okay, it's awesome. It's really, really good. So that was Tuesday. My CT took over social studies on that day, so I was still slowly giving away responsibility, even though I couldn't give away English. Couldn't do it. Had too many fun things to do. But So that's what they did on Tuesday. Then Wednesday, we had our big talent show field trip day where we went to the neighboring library and rented out their community room and had it all set up. There was like a backstage and there were lights and there was like audience seating and there was a judges table and everything. And it was really cool. And 20 acts had signed up from our team. And there's, like I said, there's only 47 kids. So almost everyone performed because most of the acts had more than one person in it. And some people did it twice, but it went really well. I had made an order, like once they had all signed up, I had made an order of how they had performed to keep it all like, different, so it wasn't just like the same kind of act over and over again. But there were singers, there were dancers, there were yo-yoers, a girl that did this incredible hula hoop routine. One of the boys brought in his keyboard and played Beethoven or Bach. I don't remember which one it was, but it was classical and it was crazy. And it was really, really well done. Other kids did like goofy acts and stuff, but it all came together really nicely and was just amazing. And we awarded a first, second, third place. First place was the girl that did the hula hoops because it literally like belonged on the Las Vegas stage. It was that good. Second was the boy who played keyboard. That was awesome. And then third was a girl who brought in her guitar and played and sang Taylor Swift really well for a 12-year-old. I mean, it was pretty ridiculous. So that all happened. It was fun. I performed a song called Teacher's Dream to the tune of Katy Perry's Teenage Dream, which was our song for the day on Wednesday, to the kids. And I had also choreographed a dance to Justin Bieber's Baby and Justin and Sean Kingston's Eenie Meenie. And so some kids that had wanted to be a part of that performed that, and those were the first and last acts of the talent show. Someone did a yo-yo act. I mean, it was really cool. We had guest judges and everything. It was really, really a fun time. The kids all loved it. We got done a little bit earlier than expected, and we let them play outside around the library, and they had a really good time just hanging out. They deserved it after all of the work that they've done this year for me because I'm crazy and I like assigned tons of homework. They didn't have one day where they didn't have like 2 things to do for me each night for an entire 12 weeks. So sometimes 3. So they totally deserve to just have a relaxing week, and I wanted to spend like a fun week with them for the end. So that was Wednesday. Then Thursday, yesterday, was the final day. And once again, like I said, my CT had social studies, but in English, we talked about self. And we talked about known self, hidden self, blind self, and unknown self. And I gave them the definitions of those things. And each day, of course, they had been doing a different quick write. On recording day, I forgot to say that they did it too. And on talent show day, they had done one. But then today, their final quick write was to write one last letter to me because I had written them each individual letters and handed them out at the beginning of the period. I haven't read them yet, but that's like kind of like something I'm saving while I do writer's notebooks this weekend, so that it's not like quite over yet. But we talked about those things. They got with partners and they discussed their known selves and their hidden selves and their blind selves. And then they got with other partner pairs and they had to introduce each other as their partners. So they had to be listening to what their partners said. And the kids really enjoyed it. We sang a couple more songs. There were some tears. It was pretty sad, but it was a good final day. During advisory, the kids went outside and I took a lot of pictures. Walked around a lot during lunch to say bye to kids that I'd met on other teams. And developed a little bit of relationships with. So said bye to them. And then during 8th period, which is the last period, and even though it's social studies, we had talked to the partner teacher who does math and science, and all agreed to have the whole team come back together for the last 12 minutes of the school day. And we announced who the talent show winners were that I had already told you about. I gave them, they've had my email all year, but I told them that from now on, if they ever need anything, they can use my email to contact me, to edit papers for them if they need it in the future, or to just keep me updated on what's going on in their life, because I really want to know how they're doing and what's going on for them. So I hope that they do that. So just, kind of creating a way to stay in contact, because they are my first class, and I do want to know how they all end up. And then finally, we sang True Colors for the last time. And we all hugged and said bye, and they left, and now they're on their spring break. And I hope they're having an awesome, awesome time. It was the best experience of my entire life teaching 6th grade for this entire year. Thank you for the opportunity.